Hi, this is Alina Ijaz. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you in the online session of English Vocab Club. The purpose of making this video is to facilitate all those students who are unable to attend the session physically. In this video, there will be idioms and words. So let's move towards our first idiom, that is to be black and blue, meaning to beat someone badly or badly bruised. This idiom is basically used whenever we have to define some situation during which someone is beating some other person, and there is a sentence written, the thief was beaten black and blue. As you can see in the picture that there is a policeman and he is beating a thief. So now we will make two more sentences for this idiom. He has been beaten black and blue by his opponent boxer but still loved the game. So this sentence is basically showing his passion for the game, that although he is beaten badly, but that's part of the game, and he's so much passionate about the game that he still loves it. The next sentence is Amna's arm is still black and blue. Here black and blue is used in place of badly bruised. So the next word is ginormous. Ginormous means extremely large. Its synonyms are enormous, gigantic, massive, mega, epic. So in place of all these words, whenever we have to define something which is very large or the amount which is very large, we can use the word ginormous. There is a sentence written, the ship was ginormous, mom, and after mom there is an exclamation mark. This means that exclamation mark is used to describe some very surprising situation. So there is a child who is amused or surprised by seeing the size of the ship. Now we will make some other sentences for this word. For example, an enormous number of soldiers were martyred during 1971 war. So here ginormous is used to indicate the number of soldiers. In the next sentence, a ginormous amount of money is required for the accomplishment of this new project. So here it is used to describe the amount of money. So now it is clear that this word can be used to describe the height of something. For example, the height of the Mount Everest is a very ginormous mountain of the world, means it is very large in terms of height. Ship is very large, very big in terms of size, and the amount and the number of something, this word can be used. Next, there is an idiom, happy go lucky, meaning someone who enjoys life and does not worry about the future. This idiom is used to describe a person who is lively enough, who believes to enjoy, or who just lives in the moment, who is just very optimistic person. This idiom can be used to describe that sort of person. The sentence here written is, he is such a happy-go-lucky person, means he is a very positive person, or he is very optimistic, or he lives in the moment and he enjoys the present. Now we will make some other sentences for this idiom. He seemed happy-go-lucky sort of person, ready to take things as he found them. The next is, because of his happy-go-lucky nature, he is liked by his fellows, means because he is that much optimistic, or he is that much good person that everybody loves his nature because of his positive attitude. The next, there is a phrase, rise and shine, meaning wake up and get out of bed promptly. Basically, this phrase is used in place of good morning to make a sentence more To modify a sentence, this phrase can be used in place of good morning. It can be used in place of get up or greet the day. The sentence is, come on dear, rise and shine, we are going for a walk. Next, we will make some sentences of it. You should better rise and shine or you will be late for the work. The next, there is an idiom, the show must go on, meaning a performance or event must continue even though there are problems. We can also say that its meaning is carry on or keep going. This means that whatever unfortunate happens during the show, still the show must go on. Example is, the start was poor, but he said the show must go on. Initially the show was not that much good, but he still continues the show. Next, there is a sentence, despite unethical chanting from the audience, the director decides that the show must go on. Despite the unusual situation, the director still believes that the show must go on. Next, there is a word Machiavellian, meaning characterized by cunning, duplicity or bad faith. Cunning means clever. Example is, he used Machiavellian means to find out secrets. That he used his clever nature to find out the secrets of others. Or we can say the word is used by people to manipulate the situation to achieve their goals. There is another sentence for this word. His Machiavellian behavior helped him in becoming manager of the company. That he used his clever tactics to becoming the manager of the company. And there is another sentence, according to researchers, winning politicians display a Machiavellian personality that make it easy for them to tell untruths. So this word is also used for the clever politicians or who tell the untruths as a great truth in front of the audience or in front of the public. Next word is pusillanimous, meaning weak and cowardly. Or we can say having or showing a lack of courage. Someone who doesn't have courage to explain their point of view or to stand up against their enemy. That word is used for these sort of persons. There is an example sentence, a courageous enemy is better than a pusillanimous friend. Here is another sentence, he is too pusillanimous to stand up to his opponents. That he is too coward that he can't stand against his opponents or he can't express his point of view against his opponents. Another sentence is, the authorities have been too pusillanimous in merely condemning the violence. That the authorities have power but they are too coward that they, despite having the power, they are not stopping the violence. The next word is Cavalier, meaning not considering others people's feeling or safety. Basically, this word is used to describe people who consider others inferior and their own selves superior. Example is, we are annoyed at his Cavalier attitude. That people don't like this type of attitude, and there is a depiction of a picture of a Cavalier person in which there are expressions of that person. Its synonyms are disdainful, haughty, And example is that your teacher might think you are Cavalier person. That if students think that they know more than their teacher, and because of that approach they don't do homework, so the teacher might think that these students are Cavalier. The next word is Virocity, meaning the quality of being true, honest or accurate. And there is a symbol of equality in, there is a picture of symbol of equality. The example sentence is, they questioned the veracity of his report, meaning they questioned the accuracy of this report. Another sentence is, Justice A.R. Cornelius set an example of veracity in judiciary. So Judge A.R. Cornelius was the fourth Chief Justice of Pakistan, and he was representative of minorities, and he was honest enough that our present Chief Justice gave an example of him in during his speech in terms of honesty. Another example is, the followers do not accept the veracity of allegations on their leader. The next word is fabricate. Fabricate means a person's nickname. Example is, he was given the fabricate book nerd. Book nerd means a person who is passionate for reading books, or a person who reads too much books. Another example is, he was so handsome in person to have earned the sobriquet of the beauty of holiness. Holiness means noble or holy person. Another example is, from his staff he earned the sobriquet mumbles. Mumbles means to speak in a very low voice that it is not understandable for the others. The next word is grit. Grit means courage or strength of character. It can be used for the soldiers, or for a very brave leader, or for any person who is very brave or courageous. The example is, the soldiers showed real grit in the battle. This word can be used for stones or pebbles. And now in terms of that sense we will make a sentence, a bit of grit had got into my eyes. Another example sentence is, the young boy's grit kept him grounded during the 2 days he was lost in the forest. Means he was lost in the forest, and then because of his courage he survived in the situation. The next word is soporific, meaning something that makes you feel sleepy. It could be any medicine, sleeping pill, any herb, or any situation which makes anyone feel sleepy. There is a sentence, a few students dozed off during the soporific lecture. Means a few students fell asleep during a very boring lecture. Another example is, bay leaves have a soporific effect. Another sentence is, because of professor's soporific speech everyone was yawning in the audience. The next word is hubris, meaning excessive pride or self-confidence, or we can say arrogance, or a self-obsessed person. So whenever we have to define someone who is very arrogant or self-obsessed, we can say that that person is hubris. Example is, his hubris caused him to feel superior to his colleagues. That his self-confidence or self-obsessed nature. He feels that he is superior to all his colleagues. Another sentence is, it requires great humility to overcome hubris. Humility means modest. So modesty is required to overcome hubris. Another sentence is, my uncle's hubris caused him to be an egotistical and cruel man. Egotistical means arrogant. Next word is idyllic. Idyllic means extremely pleasant, beautiful or peaceful. And as the word is showing that it must be some ideal situation. Example, it was altogether a very idyllic scene. That it was a perfect scene. It was the most beautiful scene. The next sentence is, Maldives is an idyllic location for thalassophiles. Thalassophiles are those persons who love beaches. The next word is toothsome, meaning food temptingly tasting. Example is, yes, it's toothsome, try it. Means it's very delicious, that everybody should try. The next example is, it is toothsome, but I can eat half before it makes me feel a bit sick. So to avoid sickness, he can only eat half of this delicious food. Thank you.